This is the University of Florida Bat House and Bat Barn. It was constructed as a means of providing alternative habitat for the native insect-eating bats that live in this part of the country. There was a original historic building on campus known as Johnston Hall that burnt down in 1987, and there was a colony of bats living in the attic, and once the building burnt down, the bats were next found to be infesting the concrete bleachers in track and field stadium. So the idea was proposed to build an alternative habitat for the bats, as well as excluding the bats from the stadium where they were creating a nuisance. So the idea of the Bat House was conceived by Lee Blomkamp, who was my predecessor in the pest management division here at UF. And this original Bat House came permanently occupied in 1995. And we decided there was a need for additional habitat space, so we built the Bat Barn, and it has recently become occupied with probably 20,000 or so bats living in the Bat Barn. We're guessing that the total population right now is probably somewhere around 250,000 bats, and it seems to be recognized, or it is recognized, as the world's largest occupied bat house. And these 250,000 bats are probably responsible for eating roughly a ton or a ton and a half of insects per night. But since they are mammals, they also carry rabies. Probably 1 in 200 bats in a normal population could be positive for rabies. But the likelihood of a bat found on the ground is about 1 in 3 that it's positive for rabies. So we make sure that people understand the importance of never picking up or touching a bat, especially when it's lying on the ground, because a bat can bite in self-defense. They have tiny, sharp teeth that can penetrate tender skin, and they can transmit rabies through bites. So make sure that everyone is advised, and that children especially are warned to never pick up or touch a bat on the ground because of the likelihood that there could be rabies transmitted through a bat bite.